Looks like the Le Champion is no longer a sexy beast. Boom. The Judas in my edges, bitch. Chris Jericho. Accusations of NDAs, okay? Speculations, accusations of misconduct, okay? Looks like the Y2K needs some KY jelly in this bitch. McQueen will never be the same again. What's going on, you guys? It's another sick and lit edition of Wrestle Shade, the natural selection. We're back in the building again to talk with you guys about some Chris Jericho speculation. I'm in the building to do some comparing and contrasting to the Velveteen Dream situation, okay? And a lot of other things that have just gone on in the wrestling world. I think it is very, very funny how a lot of things don't apply to Chris Jericho, but they apply to everybody fucking else. We're definitely gonna get into it, bitch, okay? I know some of you are not gonna like this video, so go ahead, be my guest to click the X, but before you go, bitch, at least give it a like. Oh my God, bitch. The Judas in my edges. I just think this is really funny how all of this stemmed from Chris Jericho running his mouth in a tweet. Bitch, this is what you get when you actually run around with this type of complex. And I talked about this in one of my other videos too. It is a complex of being a rock star. Sex, money, drugs, rock and roll, bitch. You're living a fast life, bitch. You're doing all types of drugs, bitch. You taking flights. You know, you're a fucking rock star. You got your own band, your own music group, bitch. And what comes with that, bitch? Ladies, women, sex. That comes with that. And also, too, personas. Certain types of energies come with that. We've seen these archetypes, these types of blueprint energies before. And for him to have said and made the comments he has made about Vince McMahon and Ric Flair, about them being fucking gods and being bosses and them being able to do what they want to do, you know, he kind of has that complex and that mindset for himself as well, okay? And the shade about this is he says that he has never signed an NDA, and I just got to call cap on that one. When you're in certain arenas, when you're in certain circles within Hollywood, within the higher ups, around people that got a real bag, when you go to certain events, when you go to certain parties and or private type of gatherings, baby, and there are other upscale, high class, money individuals in the room, you're definitely gonna sign an NDA. Okay, now it might not be an NDA in the aspect of come on in my hotel room, bitch, we about to do something sexual and you can't talk about it. So for him to say he has never signed one in his life, I just kind of call cap on that. Also too, with him talking about how he don't follow the employee handbook, bitch. I mean, did he not tell on himself in so many aspects and in so many ways? You're an employee, whether you're contracted and or you get hourly pay, whatever, salary, what the fuck ever. I mean, you still work for a company, and that company definitely has a handbook or some type of guideline in place of how the company runs. And within that handbook, it usually states something about sexual conduct or like, you know, what to do at work, you know, when you're amongst your peers or when, you know, when you're surrounding by people at work, you know, making advances at people, how to talk to people, you know, they usually include that. And for him to say he don't follow no, for him to say he don't follow no employee handbook, bitch. Boom! I mean, there you go. There you have it. He said he didn't follow no employee handbook in 4 years. I mean, so did he follow one when he was at WWE? Or is there still some things out there floating around about him even when he was in the WWE? So, I don't know. I mean, you got a lot of tweets coming out. You know, you got a lot of other, you know, wrestling reporters and things talking about this whole thing. And they are bringing a lot of receipts and stuff to the table. Definitely way more receipts than they could bring up with the Velveteen Dream situation. And I thank you for that, because Are we gonna see Chris Jericho come out and apologize, regardless of if he did this or not, like to do damage control and like to, better his image and better the scope of AEW's image? Is he gonna come out and make a statement for the people, or is he just gonna sit back and still run his mouth on Twitter? I mean, he definitely have the coin to produce a fabulous production apology. Okay, but yet and still, we did have the Velveteen Dream come out, stand on all 10 toes, do his big ones, bitch, and be accountable for his actions, and motherfuckers is still dragging him through the mud. Why is Chris Jericho not receiving the same energy? Regardless of if we have any proof or not, we really didn't have no proof for Velveteen Dream. We definitely don't have these many tweets and all this many other wrestlers and stuff coming out talking about it. Hello. Excuse me? What? What in the comment section below? Please hit me up. Allegations against Chris Jericho could tarnish his legacy and contributions to AEW. Rising concerns about his behavior behind the scenes, demanding transparency for AEW's leadership. I'm just gagging right now at the support that Chris Jericho is receiving from his wrestling fans. It's no shade. And it's like, at the end of the day, I don't blame y'all, because it's very true. We do need way more evidence. But what gags me is the fact that y'all don't have the same energy for everybody else. Oh my God. And, I get it. It's no shade. I definitely get it. But I totally think that when you really think about this, and this thing happening in other sectors of sports, this same thing is happening in Hollywood, this same thing is happening in politics. People are coming forward. People are not being so much afraid anymore. People are stating their truths, and things are coming out. I feel like this could definitely happen in the wrestling world. Oh my God, are you kidding me? These wrestlers make tons and tons and gobs of money. They live a rock star life. Like I said earlier, they travel a lot, and AEW is on a whole different scope than WWE. Like it's on a whole different image spectrum than the WWE. AEW is a lot more raunchier. Not saying that, everybody that go there is raunchy and you can do raunchy shit over there. Bye. No shade, no tea, bitch. I mean, Chris Jericho has had these things brought up about him before. They've really just never been investigated, and or people will just brush these things off as allegations. And as I said for Velveteen Dream, it's the same thing I'm gonna say for Chris Jericho. When you get motherfuckers that come up and hit you with all types of crazy accusations and allegations and accusing you of shit, and damn well you ain't done that shit, baby, guess what? It's time to get suited and motherfucking booted, because we going to court. Yes. I'm going to scrap up some money from somewhere, bitch. I'm going to go to the legal aid, bitch. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to go ahead and get me a lawyer around here and get all the evidence compiled that I need to get, bitch. And I'm going to sue your ass for defamation of character. You're not going to go around here on these internet streets, bitch, on Nicki Minaj and on Beyonce and on Mercedes Monet internet, bitch, and lie about me, talking about I'm doing all types of misconduct and all types of sexual abuse, and I'm taking pictures of little boys, and I'm grooming this, and I'm doing that, bitch. And you motherfuckers don't have no evidence, bitch. All you got is a random tweet from a 13-year-old, bitch, in their grandmama's attic, okay? Like, no, I'm gonna sue your asses, bitch. And that's really what I stand on, and I really feel like Velveteen Dream and Chris Jericho should do that. But yet and still, when we talk about evidence and the type of evidence that is presented, bitch, I do think we got a little bit more meat and potatoes with Chris Jericho. And we already have reports of the people saying that he been hitting on people's girlfriends back in the day. And, he had the type of mentality where he would try to fuck the other wrestlers' girlfriends knowing that they were in relationships. And it's just like, okay, well, you had that mentality back then when you really didn't have no coins. Bitch, now you're Fozzy, bitch. Now you the Judas in everybody's mind, bitch. You mean to tell me that mentality and or that mindset has not been magnified with your coin, with your status? You know what I'm saying? With just please, y'all, forget it, please. If they want to keep stuff hidden, they will. It's definitely up to the victims, and I know that this puts them in a horrible place. But it's definitely up to the victims to come out, with their story, with their truth, with their evidence tenfold to really put the nail in the coffin for these people. And I know it could be a scary thing. I know, I cannot put myself in these people's shoes. I'm just saying, speaking on everything that's going on out here, it's looking like the people have Kylie Rae's back and whatever she decides to do. So we're definitely gonna hear more about this. Okay, the skeletons in Chris Jericho closet, bitch, and through that other stuff gonna come out. I just cannot wrap around my mind how people think that this type of thing can happen with Will and Jada, and this type of thing can happen with your Epsteins and your Weinsteins, bitch, and all these other people. But yet the only way it can happen in wrestling or with wrestlers is if it's through a storyline like Matt Hardy and fucking Edge and Lita. Like, what? No. These things happen with these people as well. They get into the shit. They do the drugs. They drink the liquor. Bitch, they make the mistakes, bitch. They do crazy ass shit, bitch. They do pedo ass shit, bitch. And, everything can't be hidden the whole time. Things get called out and things come to the light. And I think that that's what's happening in this scenario. No shade, no tea. But like I said, I think we need to keep the same energy all across the board. Period. Point blank. Yes, we need more evidence. But at the same hand, the simple fact that the people say Kylie was set up and mildly coerced into going into a hotel room where she thought other people was going to be in, and she get in there and it's just Le Champion looking crazy, and then it's alleged that he made advances at her or some shit like that. It's just like the simple fact that that little bit has already happened and she was uncomfortable in that setting. That is already that's already a case. We definitely need more evidence, but at the same time here, it's kind of like in your face. All we got to do is do some more investigating, bitch, and who knows what we'll find. No shade, no tea. So definitely hit me up in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this whole Chris Jericho scandal, the Chris Jericho accusations. Okay, as I said earlier, bitch, Le Champion is no longer a sexy beast, bitch. Not with the allegations, bitch. Okay, the Judas in my edges, bitch. I'll see you guys in the next one.